Yeah.
Okay, you're on.
It's recording.
So that's my dad walking in the background. But the video I'm doing today is what school supplies do I use? Because I was looking on YouTube and there's none. So this is me with all my stuff laid out. I do not have all my locker stuff as I do not know which homeroom I'm getting. And my school has 3 different sizes of locker stuff. So I can't do all my locker stuff, but I am doing some of it. So let's get started. So in terms of organizational stuff I've already gotten, I have, this is like containers and stuff. I have this for a 64 pack of crayons because I carry them around and the cardboard containers don't work. I don't have any for my markers, but these. I also don't have any color pencils here because I'm fine using the big community color pencils, but I'm not fine using the crayons or markers because they get broken and stuff. Colored pencils doesn't really matter too much. But I just have this little metal thing for crayons. I have 60. And then I have this giant pencil box for holding various odds and ends, like not just pencils. So I can have some of my other stuff too. And then I've got these little things. This guy is going to have little pencil grips and erasers, and this is a little pencil holder for inside my locker. So, me set that stuff. I'm also going to actually show you how I pack my stuff up. I'm just going to set that aside. How I do my backpack is also going to be in set up. Containers for my locker is also going to be shown. So, that out of the way. So, then in general, like basic, like writing stuff. I like basic stuff that like you need to have. I have 5 little erasers here. So pink erasers, 5, just 5. 5 little pencil grips because honestly I'm never actually using more than 5 pencils at once, and I can just transfer, and I don't really need the pencil grips for all my pencils. And then I just have 6 little eraser thingies. I have 3 yellow, 2 blues, 1 pink, and 1 orange. Okay. So those are all. And then I have, because I cannot spell for the life of me, and I have a nasty habit of using a lot of pen versus marker and stuff versus pencil, I have 2 little correction tape thingies. These are lifesavers. You need them. Then I have a little 12 pack of markers. I recommend getting this versus the normal pack because it includes tan and I think gray, or maybe tan and pink versus the 12 pack. Those don't include different. Let me see. Oh, it includes light blue and tan. It's a tan that's more important because honestly you're using paler skin tone a lot. And then I have the little skinny markers, fat, skinny, terminology. And then I have 2, I think these are 8 packs of Murado Black Warriors. These are my favorites. I know you can get bigger packs for cheaper, but honestly, I can never keep my pencil grip unless I'm using one of these. I only have the pencil grips if I run out or lose them, which I did last year. Then I have 6 highlighters in different colors and a 64 box of crayons. So, gonna collect the stuff and move it, and then I'll show you actually packing it up. I just wanna set my stuff so I don't have everything on at once, and you can actually on screen at once, and you can actually focus, because I know I have a not bad habit of doing that. Also, I forgot to mention my pens and pencils. Not pens, but like my pen, I have 5 pens and 1 little like mechanical pencil. I need to get some refills, which I think I have some in my room, but I forgot to get them out. So I've got 2 little paper mates, 1 purple and 1 green. Purple one's almost out, it's from 2 years ago, and then I have my green one, that's brand new. This I've been using for 2 years. I've been getting new lead and eraser refills. Then I've got my little school's pen because it's cool and I like it. And these are my 2 favorite pens in the world. It's a little green pen that I think I've had for, I don't know, 7 years now. And then this one, I have no idea how long I've had this. I just know I like it. So, clear this stuff out so you can actually see the other stuff I'm showing you. The other stuff I'm showing you is cool. Like that's stuff that interacts with paper. Then I'm fine using the glue sticks at school. I just had this lying around, so I figured I'm gonna take it because the wet glue always ends up running out really quickly, and I just like having some for me. And this brand doesn't work too well, but hey, I'm fine using the school one, so I have it lying around, so I might as well take it because I'm not using it at home. Then in tools and stuff, I have this little math kit. I have scissors, have pencil sharpener, and I have a hole punch. I do have some other stuff, but that's like stuff that you might not need. Those are conditioned stuff, and there's some stuff that only really makes sense in my brain that I have, purely because normal organization systems don't make sense in my brain. So I also have some little paper clips. I wasn't sure where to put these and things, so I just have paper clips, and these are just useful for, they're useful. Then in paper and notebooks, I have this little note taker because sometimes I don't like using a whole sheet of paper if I'm just jotting down a few words in Spanish. And then I have a drawing book of medium weight because I like to doodle to help me focus. And then I have this because, I needed a 80-page. This is technically 69, even though it says 70, but I wrote something on the first page, so I tore it out because this is old, and I just figured might as well reuse it, and no one's gonna care if I don't have 80 pages. And then I have just some paper with the reinforced. This is key. It makes it very hard to tear paper, so you do not have it falling out of binder if you use a binder, which I do not, but if you do, this is useful. Also, it's useful even if you don't use a binder because it's just doesn't tear. So let's set this to the side. Now, this is some of my supply stuff that's condition specific. So I have this that I don't know where my flash drive got off to, but I will do my little keychain that has my flash drive, my house key, my little flashlight, little mini library card, that stuff. I'll use this so I don't have to stick the tiny one on my backpack because that just gets annoying. And I can just stick it on a handle easily with a bigger carabiner clip. So I have earbuds. So I have a flash drive and I have earbuds because my school does a laptop where you can check out laptops they have like they have 2 big cows, and the laptops are called steaks or calf, where there's the calf that has little tablets, and there's some really old ones that are called the steaks, and I think the new ones are called there's something that they're called. I'm not sure what they're called. I think it's something like really good gourmet. It's a fancy name. I think it's filet mignon is what they're called, or it's some fancy name because they're really good laptops versus the ones that have Windows 3 on them. Then I have these. These are stickers. I wasn't sure where to put them. These are not condition specific. These are just useful because if you have a binder that looks or other school supplies that looks exactly like everyone else's, this is how to make sure yours is not the same as everyone else's. It's very useful. Having a pack of stickers. Then these 2 are because I don't like normal weekly planners or monthly planners or daily planners. So I break this up into 5 columns, this way actually, and then I do a square for each class. And this just goes on the inside of my locker. So, and then I have my little whiteboard markers for it. I got the extra fine because I have a small whiteboard. If you have a bigger whiteboard, you can just get the normal fine, cheaper. Then, because like I said, I cannot stand using binders. It just doesn't work for me. I love my holder clipboard. I would definitely recommend getting a holder clipboard. So I like this one because it has a little spot where I can keep like little erasers or other little odds and ends. A little spot that fits my pencil sharpener perfectly. And just a little pen or pencil slot. So it's a big slot for papers, handle, latch, and it's a clipboard. This works so much better than a big 3-inch binder. One, because it makes you clean it out like monthly. And I'll just put in little construction paper things that I like to decorate for each subject so nothing gets messed up. And I can actually have it sorted out. Now, backpack and lunchbox. I'm not sponsored by any of these brands, but this is a little J World one. I like it a lot because it's big. And I'm in 5th grade. And I'm 5'2", and I'm almost 5'1". I'm just over 5 foot. So, and I am in the middle of growth spurt. Necessary. Okay? So, having a big lunchbox, that is. I know a lunchbox is necessary. So, it's a tote style. I have another one that works if you're not. So it's just tote style. Has a little outdoor pocket that's perfect for like napkins and silverware and stuff. Insulated. And it has a big insulated pocket. Little spot for holding in like juice boxes or stuff. And just all insulated and works nicely. I like it. And then my backpack. My glorious rolling backpack. Again, it's a J World Finance. So this little outer pouch, I have an iPad mini that I sometimes use for like school related stuff, so it fits my iPad mini perfectly. And I also have some sticky notes which I think got left in my room. I have a bunch of little sticky notes I like using because I bought a big one and am reusing it for several years because it works better. So that's just another little paper thing, but it's useful. So just right here. Just right here, I've got my little slots for stuff. 5 pen slots, pen and pencil slots. A little big pouch, little zipper pouch. And yeah. Then I've got this big zipper pouch, which this is not very big, but it goes down to like right here. Which is again useful. Then there's one more pouch in between these guys. Okay, right here. It is just a little thing. It's pretty big actually, not very little. Got a little laptop thing. Just the whole thing is laptop pouch. Whole thing's laptop pouch. Got this little Velcro thing that I would normally use for iPad, except it fits in there. So I'm probably going to use that if I ever get a laptop, or if I get some other thing that's useful. And I need that pouch for it. And then this is just the main pouch. It's giant. I like it a lot. Also, as you can tell, this is a rolling bag. So, got that. Then, I have this thing, which the straps pull out. These are just long. They're still attached. Love that. I can just pull it if I want to wear it on my back, which I don't because that's annoying. Also, these wheels are all the way at the front. Versus there's some backpacks where the wheels are like right here. And it falls over from side to side. Also, I like these big, giant pouches that will actually fit my thermoses. Okay? I like, because some pouches do not fit thermoses, which bothers me because I only use thermoses. Got the handle, little 3-stager with, I like the T style. It is much better than the handle style because it actually doesn't have you having to hold stuff. So if you want to only hold like one hand and then have other stuff, that you can do that. Versus having to do complicated elbow stuff to pull it. Useful. Well, it's fairly expensive, but I think it'll last for quite a while, so I like it. And that's my supplies. Now, how I'm going to pack everything up and do stuff. I am going to start with this little guy. I put my pencil grips and erasers in there. This little guy is where all my pencil grips and erasers go. And everything kind of got jumbled up and I had it all nicely organized. I'm not actually really mad because I knew that was going to happen, but still, probably really going off my brain. Okay, so I have all 6, all 5, and all 5. Okay, so start. I am going to make a bunch of these little guys that just go like that, and then I'm going to add one other that's gonna that could potentially this little pattern fits right in the middle. I couldn't fit another one, or else I would just stick another one in at the edge and have 6, except I couldn't fit another one. And 5, if I put them all together, I should notice the green, some of these are different pattern, which is just, I didn't know that before. So I am going to put 3, 2, like this, and then flip it over, and just kind of stick that in right there. And then after, if that's right there, I should be able to fit in all my little erasers. I don't have to lay these out in any specific way. This is just the number that fit anyway. I tried laying them out, so I just kind of dropped them in. But these are just 6, because I'm honestly not going to need more than 6, because I have the other erasers. So I'm just going to stick those in and see, perfect, works. Put on the lid. Not going to spill all over my locker. Not going to do this yet, because that's going to take a lot of stuff. Now, I'm going to open up my scissors, because I hate scissors that require scissors to open them up. Because evidently you don't have scissors for buying scissors. You're probably not going to have scissors. Okay, that works. I had lunch and recess, so I would need, obviously, lunch and a book, and probably my iPad, because I read on Kindle during lunch, then I switched over to book. And maybe if we're going off winter, it would be jacket. And then, so then maybe then I had, I think, socials. I had social studies, so that would gonna be probably same as 2, because I would need the same as this, is clipboard and doodle. Clipboard, fully stock clipboard, and doodle kit was probably plus, mini notebook, and mini I know this is not super neat. And then I had science, so it was gonna be it would just be same as 2. And then probably for my Spanish, it would also be same as 2. So this is basically what I would do for Monday. So I'm going to erase this all now because it's not relevant now, but I would and then I would just erase it and change the info then go in and change the info every Friday for the next week if it needed changing. That's also where I would I would also on this write if I had a test that particular period and stuff like that. But basically, this is my planner instead of the paper planners. But that's how that would work. So I'm just gonna put this right there because I'm going to put my expo markers because well, I might as well do this now. Expo markers would go in here, or actually, because I'm not gonna use this. Probably not gonna use the shelf I did last year, but that had a little drawer for this type of stuff. But so that's where it's gonna go most of the time. And then because I'm not gonna use all these pencils at once, and but I'm gonna like take all the pencils out. These don't work. These don't fit. I'm not gonna use that many pencils at once. I'm just not. And I only put like my pens and stuff in this one and my scissors and stuff. This is just all the stuff that I don't actually, like, I might put these in. I'm definitely gonna put these in here, all my spare pencils. Because honestly, quite frankly, I'm not gonna use that many pencils at once. And this is for like stuff I grab out frequently. So I'm going to put like a couple pens maybe, and maybe like 2 pencils. Like 2 pencils in here. My markers and like 2 pencils. Because this is gonna go on like a shelf or something. And I'm just gonna put all my spare Murata Blackboard I use. Plus, because I actually probably could fit, so this is exactly what 16 Murata Black Warriors looks like. Very satisfying. Now, I think I'm just going to take one out and put it in there. And then I am going to stick in here all the highlighters. Because I do not need this many highlighters out. I'm just going to put them in here for now because I don't use them every day. Hooray. Now, my stickers, which I'm going to sticker up my stuff beforehand. So I'm not actually going to bring those to school. Those are the 2 things that you get for school supply shopping. Then I am going to put these in there because honestly, if I need them, I can just grab them. And I'd rather store them in there because they're not upright things that can go easily in my scissor time. Scissor time. Perfect. Managed to actually open this. See, sometimes I hate that type of thing where they don't have a hole for you to easily tear. These guys are just little things where literally they just leave that little white strip. If you look, I'll leave these right here. But if you look there, they literally just leave a little white strip where your thing is basically white out. So, nah. Earbuds are also going to go in here. Going to undo, very carefully undo. And then I'm just going to store them in here because, honestly, don't want them getting tangled. That's fine. These are $6.99, so they're expensive. Not. So, but honestly, if you are doing stuff with computers a lot and you need headphones that are not just like for watching stuff, but are actually going to be, then get the ones with speakers. If not, you can get ones without. They're probably going to be a lot cheaper. It's just, if you want ones that have a microphone, they're going to be expensive because they are harder to make. they have this little like, and then they have, God, it's a little, I had a thing, not useful. We've got other little, like, you know, like those, like, other little grippy thingies that I'm gonna modify and change later, so I'm just gonna stick these in here for the time being. Yeah. What are these even for? I don't know. I'm just gonna start sticking these on. Oh. I understand that now. That has a purpose, actually. I'm gonna shoot with this. And I'm gonna switch to the smaller ones. If I can. At some point. Like, later. Right now, I'm just gonna leave them right here. And stick them in here and store them just like this. Because I don't trust myself around really nice objects. I don't have very much self-trust around nice objects. I don't trust myself enough to lose good headphones. Now, I'm gonna stick these closed right there. Now, hole punch. Can go right there. So I've got this little area. I'm gonna stick this in there and this in here. Because honestly, I'm not gonna use that stuff every day. So everything is neat and in there. Okay, so this is going to have some pens. Not all my pens. Because some of my pens are going to go in here. So I'm going to put my green pen and my favorite pen. Both in there. Plus, I think one red of Black Warrior. Plus one red of Black Warrior. So I have two colors of pens and a single normal Marauder Black Warrior pens. Then my ace pen, one of my other favorite pen are going to go in here. This pen, actually this little pen is going to go in here, and my other two pens are going to go. These two little pens that are my third and favorite are going to go in my backpack, so I'll set those aside. Then I will have this, and this is my thing, and this is a thing. No need to change this. Then this can just go quite easily right inside the little pouch. Fits. Not for, so it doesn't fit actually. Thought it did. So I'll have to figure out a way to hold this. But for now, it can just go in there. Now, this little thing, honestly, I don't have pockets in clothing. I'm just going to leave it in there for now, even though I do use it often. It's not the type of thing that's going to fit easily in my thing. Now, this. I'm going to stick this in here. You can't hold much bigger paper, but I'm going to just, perfect. That's what these things are perfect for. Maybe scissors could be red and good. Scissors don't really have enough ends to do it. So I'm just gonna stick that right in there. Clips it. And this is fully stocked for now. I'll put other stuff in that as the year progresses. Probably. Then my markers, these are going to fit. I know these will fit easily in my locker layout for all of them. I have created a little locker layout for depending on which one I get. I'm just not allowed to actually buy anything until I know. Parents' rules, not school rules, but anything. But so these little markers fit. So I don't need to do anything with those. This is good, and this is good. Now, this will definitely fit. Both of these will fit in my locker layout. Now, this little thing is not going to fit in the locker layout, so it goes in here. Basically, anything that is not a good square object that will easily fit and like be able to go in and stack stuff and stack with stuff is not gonna work for my stuff. Or circular stuff that can go on shelves, it's not gonna work. So I've got these two pens and this stickers. These are my wild cards. Now, because this is a fairly plain little yellow thing, scissors probably wait to pack. I'd wait to pack your scissors for last. Scissors should probably be the last thing that actually gets put in your plans. I'm doing this now before the night of, so this is, for me, goes up the night before school starts for most places in Austin, but which is where I live, but a couple schools are still waiting, and I know we have a relatively late start time, so early start time, so might be another school in the country if you're going, or out of the country even, might be somewhere else. So I've got these two little 72 sparkle stickers. I'm just going to, on this little thing, go crazy. Because I can. So, literally this is gonna, on this, I'm not going to actually, so yes, I know this is a long video, but honestly, it's all important stuff. So, very proud of you if you're still watching this, because I know I'm a bit of a rambler and I take forever to do stuff. Also, it's like 8 at night, and I probably should be in bed. So I don't know, but I do not have anything tomorrow. It's until like 1, and I'm going over inviting my friends. So, because my school evidently hasn't started yet. So honestly, I don't think it matters if I'm a little late today. Don't tell my dad that. Don't. Even though I know he's probably gonna watch this video because he's my editor, because I cannot do any of that stuff for anything at all. And he's totally in his office while I'm sitting at the dining room table recording this. But anyway, I'm gonna stick a few blue and silver on because honestly, because white and a different shade of blue are my school's colors, so I figured I might as well. But I also keep a little jacket and blanket in my thing because everything's freezing at my school. But I'm not gonna. I decided not to include that in my video. But my school, for winning the readathon last year, gave out blankets, so that folded up, that rolled up, and Velcro, and have a little handle on them, which is very convenient. But basically, this is because this is such an average, just a little, nothing fancy, yellow thing. I've decided to fancy it up a little. I'm also probably going to do the same thing to this after. I'm probably not going to need to do that for any other stuff, but I have the stickers laying around, so it's not like I bought a bunch when I'm only going to use a couple. Okay. So, got this giant thing. I'm going to start by undoing this and putting my 2 pens in. I am actually going to go grab some of those, the aforementioned little sticky notes. The aforementioned little sticky notes. I'm just gonna go. Also, This is a really weird angle to be looking at, but you know, it makes everything visible, so it's not. So you move stuff and fix stuff. And my dad's in the background talking. Sorry. Sorry for my dad in the background talking. I did get him to pause our recording of the Olympics for this, because the real Olympics, which honestly, the closing ceremony of it, so I'm gonna go. So I'm back. I'm back. I know I didn't see my Spanish beard at all. So I went and got the 3 colors I have, and then I also got some albums because I like having little stuff to do whenever I get bored and I'm on like in the car or bus or anything. I like having stuff to do. Because I'm normal. Not. But like, I'm not normal, but like, I actually take normal as an insult, but you get my point. Like, because I get bored like a lot of other people do. I have 0 patience. My patience levels are. I just keep these in my backpack. I don't really keep them anywhere else because I have my backpack on me at any given time I'm gonna need them. Really, I can't think of the time where I need them, and I wouldn't just have my backpack on me. This with my little sticky notes. Now, I think I'm gonna grab a Murata Buck Warrior and add a little, so I have some pencil I can use that's not going to be all my homework. I do my homework in the car a lot, or on the bus a lot, so I don't have, my school doesn't have a bus, but I have one, but it doesn't do like doing stuff at home. Doesn't do like bringing people home, so then it's better. Now, just because I felt like it. Honestly, do you need a reason for Mad Libs? No, you don't. Because Mad Libs need no further explanation. I realized I just opened that pouch. Actually, I didn't realize it when I said that, but I only discovered it when now I'm going to stick that in there as well. This is just going to be my book slot. And this is just an extra pocket I'm gonna put, it's probably gonna put stuff in, or end up putting stuff in, but I'm not sure what I'm gonna end up putting in there, so, yeah. And then I've got my iPad just stuff, and it fits perfectly right in there. Zip it up. One thing my backpack has that I just doesn't is a little earbud slot, which I liked. I could have my thing in there and have earbuds coming out of it. So I could just walk around with an audiobook, because through the airport, which I do often actually. So got this and then this would probably just be the hair binder to put this little guy, and probably my little flash drive thing, as I mentioned earlier, onto the handle, just like this. So this is my backpack, and this is this, which is probably going to go in my backpack, as well as my crayons. And so basically I'm going to actually stock this up as if I was going around school, and I do, whatever, have in this big pouch, I'm going to stick my big thing, which fits quite easily, shockingly, as it don't fit in a lot of things. There's a lot of things in which this does not fit. So that, yes. These have a little mic, but you don't have to get these earbuds. I like them because they have a microphone, and they come with extra tips. But 3 tip sizes and 2 little of these things. So I like these a lot because when I attend to stuff too, I record stuff a lot because I might just use this at home after the school years, and I record things a lot on my iPod, and this is useful to have a microphone. Then, see that dude, just get microphone ones. Now, I think I am going to change my crayons. I had 3 boxes of crayons, so this is not a new box. This is me. I managed to get a whole box of brand new crayons out of my 3 boxes. And this is what it looks like, because I just went through and sorted all these. This is not how they come in the box. This is me spending about an hour sorting through and doing this. Just like take a minute to appreciate that beauty. That looks amazing, actually. And let's actually open this box the correct way. And I bet it's going to look a lot more amazing if I open the box the correct way, which I've never done. So, shockingly, I have never opened this box the correct way because the correct way doesn't work very well for me, but because I've never actually kept them. I just broke my Marvelous crayon, so I'm going to take that out and go grab another new Marvelous crayon, because I never actually used Marvelous. So I will put this out and
Cool.
I'm so proud of that.
Cool.
That effect. Shininess. Beautiful shining effect. Beauty. The unparalleled beauty of these, which you cannot truly appreciate when they are in here as you can when they are in the box, because the box has something that holds them like this so that they don't overlap each other. But they have to overlap each other to fit in here, so ruining much of the effect. But honestly, yes, that's just. I'm gonna save this box because I kind of want to show that off to my friend at some point. So, next. What should I show off next? Well, I guess this is not really like how I pack stuff so much as useful tips for if you're going to use the whiteboard method, but that is probably just as much going to be just as much needed. So I have 7 classes a day, even though I'm in 5th grade. I have 7 classes a day, so I have to change classrooms 7 times. Or actually 6 times. It's a line. So I have a 7 class per day. I'm gonna just do my grid in black for now. 7 classes per day. So I'm going to do 5 days a week and grab each one up. 1, 2, 3. No, I can't use that. Make it, you know. I need to get a little eraser. I don't have one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this should equally divide just about equally. These aren't straightest lines, but it doesn't really matter. I'm going to erase it all and redraw it for actual school purposes. Just to draw it out. This one is too slanted. It's straighter. This is just too plain or too large. Getting it so I can actually write everything. So I'm going to pretend I have my old schedule that I had last year just for filling this in. I'm not going to fully fill it in. I'm just going to fill in one day so that you can understand how it works. I think this is much better than a weekly or daily planner. For me at least, having it all nice and neat and organized in a grid fashion for me works. Just like me sorting stuff, I'll do rows and columns if I'm sorting things alphabetically. Like my books or CDs. Sorry, I'm aware that probably should move this so that it's more visible. But I'm just going to divide this up a date and then I'll switch where I'm writing from so that it's actually easy to read in the video. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Why I'm dividing it up into 8 if I have a 7 classes so I can read the days of the week. 1, 2, wed. What? I divided this. I divided this up into. Okay, I need to fix this. I divided it up into 6 accidentally. This is going to make it so much easier to write this out than I thought it would be. Okay, I have more space than I thought I did. So, basically how this works is I write not just the class I have there, I don't write the class, I write the room number and the stuff I need to bring to that class. Versus the class, which in the room number, which it says on the schedule that I put above it, I just put what stuff do I need to bring to this class. Because I cannot remember that for the life of me. And I update this every week because, well, it does change from day to day, but not from week to week. There's some stuff I need will change because stuff we're doing in class will change. So, I don't need quite as much paper, or I don't need my notebook stuff, but so basically I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just going to pretend I have last year's schedule for this example, and pretend this is a lot more polished and neat, okay? Because I know I have random lines, places, because I don't have a good eraser to erase everything. So let's just do a basic 1, 2, wed, fry, what? Why do I always? Thursday, fry. So got all that. So I'm not going to fill everything. I'm just going to fill it Monday to start. My thing is going off. So on Monday, my first class was math. So I would need my clipboard. I would need my clipboard. I would need a clipboard FS. So fully stocked clipboard, like it has pencil, eraser, and pencil sharpener already in it. And then I might need my math set. I would switch colors for this probably. And possibly like and towards the end of the year, which is going and then I would probably need doodle kit, which consists of my notebook and my crayons. This is what I wrote. So, because I'm doing off last year's because I don't have this year's schedule yet. Then I would have LA, so I would need clipboard, doodle kit, and the rest of the stuff would still be in my locker, so, and I had it in my homeroom, so it didn't really matter. Now, this is not going to be what my current schedule is. This is just what it was 4th grade. Then I had, I forget what it was on Monday, but so, what did I have there on Monday? Oh, PE. So I had none. No, I would just have jacket because I normally do keep a jacket in my locker because it's always freezing. Because they do jacket, because they do not know how to regulate temperatures, and I know our gym is always freezing, so I always bring a jacket. And water, ball,